How you guys doing? My name is Kwame, aka Creeeeess. On Instagram, that's Creeeess. That's 5 E's, 2 S's. Brooklyn, New York. I'm from Ghana, East Africa. I've been dancing, well, seriously since this past August in 2018. But on a real level, I've been dancing for pretty much my whole life. I took some ballroom and partnering classes when I was younger in elementary school, like the waltz, salsa, some of the ballroom techniques. I took some of those. I was a dance minor in college for a couple semesters, taking like the jazz, contemporary, a little bit of African American dance and things like that. So I was dancing for quite some time. Dancing means a lot to me because I'm a very quiet person. I don't talk that much. So I learned early on in my life that being a dancer allows me to express myself in a way that I'm not able to. And I grew up, I was born here in Brooklyn, but I grew up in Ghana, West Africa. So over there, they're a little closed-minded and not as open-minded as we would be back in the day as opposed to now. So I would say that being there in that space gave me a chance to express myself through dance in a way that I wouldn't be able to through word of mouth, or I would be, judged by their old school ways and things like that. So I learned really quickly that being a dancer allows me to, fully, express my emotions in ways that I wouldn't be able to and not be, just like judged or categorized in a certain way. Being able to just express myself in a way that I can't, and in a way that most people wouldn't be able to understand if you said it through the word of mouth. It's beautiful in a sense to be able to convey your emotions in a way that other people might be able to interpret in however they want to interpret it, because like we say, dance is sort of a way of communication, and you could pick up on certain things through other people's dancing that they might not even pick up on while they're dancing, and they might realize certain things through their dance that other people might not even see. And that's one thing I really like about dance, is just that emotional expression, I guess, so to say, in dance, and it's really amazing to see. As a dancer, I'm not necessarily using dance, but dance is sort of my segue into the industry and doing other things as just dancing. So I want to get into like the fashion industry and music and other things like that. So dancing is just sort of my first step into the industry, I guess, of entertainment. And little by little, as I learn more things about the industry, I'm gonna get closer and closer to the point where I could, I guess, I want to do music, I could do that, or get into fashion, I could do that, anything like that, So that's just kind of just like my first step in putting things in motion. I think it's growing really, really well so far. I mean, it might seem like a fad, but it's not gonna go anywhere. But yeah, it's growing really, really well. I think that the choreographers and the teachers are doing a really good job of just conveying the culture and what is really behind all the moves that we do. And it's important that people know those things, because Afrobeats technique and Afrobeats dance, Afro dance, and all that other forms of dance have a lot, of culture and a lot of, lifestyle behind them, because it's really an authentic, as opposed to like other styles which have variation, come from other cultures and have been mixed up and like diluted and things like that. Afro beats and Afro dance is very, 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 very authentic and down to the roots. So I think that where it would be as compared to where it should be, it's gonna get there. For me personally, it's just a physical thing, because I'm taller and on the slimmer side, and like I said before, I studied a lot of different genres of dance. So finding that balance in my body, because I'm tall, so I kind of just like tip over sometimes to balance. So finding the workouts and other ways to keep my body steady, and finding the balance to create and do all the moves that I would like to do as much as I can. Pretty much the whole Afrobeats community, there's all the amazing dances on that Afro-funk that I love, and there's those that I dance with, Afro-Afrique, all amazing Afrobeats dancers. Me personally, one of my biggest motivators and inspiration is Mel Charlotte. I really like her because I identify with the fact that she only has 8,000 followers, but then she's really, like deeply woven into the industry, and she's like, a lot of the bigger projects that you might see, she's probably in a good amount of them, as a lot of people might not realize. Because I feel like she's like one of the choreographers that when she walks in a room, we're not gonna know who she is until all the other choreographers start acknowledging her, and you're like, oh wait, who's that? Why is everybody talking to her? Kind of thing. So yeah, she's I like the fact that she's able to keep her her life so separate and still be able to do so much in the dance industry. And you know, I look up to that. It's not hard. Just come hang out with us. Everybody's mad cool, mad chill. One thing about dance, it's a form of communication. It's a language that everybody can speak. Even if you don't have the rhythm, your body still moves, and you can still catch a beat, no matter what you think. As much as you might think that you don't have the capacity to, if you wanted to, you could catch a beat. Do some research about Afro dance too, because if you really want to get involved in it, because there's a lot of different moves and the genre that have specific techniques, and it's important to know those little finesses, because once you have those little things under your belt, it's sort of become not necessarily smooth sailing, but then you can kind of start to grasp all the bigger moves and all the harder moves to do. So it's important to just like know certain little finesse things when it comes to these moves and techniques on the Afro beats dance. So yeah, not that hard. Just come hang with us. You'll learn it eventually. So once again, my name is Kwame, aka Creeeeess, Creeee. That's 5 E's, 2 S's. Brooklyn, New York. Gone West Africa. Say.